These 4 bears have been at the circus for several years now. It's hard not to feel overwhelmingly emotional for what this rescue represents. It's not just a new life for these 4 bears, but it marks the end of bear performances at Hanoi Central Circus. It's extraordinary. No more bears will ever be forced into that circus rink. They'll never be forced to perform unnatural behaviours. Never again will they have to wear a muzzle. It's really hard to describe what this feels like. Really hard. Animals Asia has been campaigning to end the use of wild animals in circuses across Asia since 2014, and it was a report that we published in 2017 into the damaging psychological and physical effects that circuses have on wild animals, that prompted the Vietnam Ministry of Culture, who's responsible for entertainment here in the country, to issue a directive that all circuses should phase out the use of wild animals. Today is an extraordinary day. It marks the beginning for these 4 bears, and it marks a kinder world for Vietnam. Since that report, 15 circuses across the country have phased out wild animal performances. What an extraordinary day, what extraordinary progress. This is what kindness in action looks like, and this is what Animals Asia does best. This is actually the second time we have rescued bears from Hanoi Central Circus. Back in 2019, we rescued young cubs, Sugar and Spice. These 4 bears we have named in Sugar and Spice's honour, really, in that we've called them Chili, Saffron, Eel, which means pepper in Vietnamese, and Gung, which means ginger in Vietnamese. So really, these are our Spice Girls, and this is the Spice of Life Rescue. An empty circus bear cage. Never again will bear paws set foot in that horrid cage.
Hey everyone! I'm super excited to be here to be part of welcoming the 4 new bears that were rescued from Hanoi Circus.
And they are Chili, Saffron, Eel and Gung. This was my first rescue. I thought it was difficult for me, but actually it became easier because we got a strong team in here and everyone worked very well and support each other.
Now, it was a really different rescue from usual. The circus loaded them into transport cages and then brought them here to the Vietnam Bear Rescue Centre.
The team able to transfer very smoothly.
Chien and Hiep, our 2 Vietnamese bear managers, came up with a plan to safely unload the 4 girls off the truck and then attach them to our temporary area cages for transfer. So it's a little tricky because it doesn't match up like our normal transport cages do, but the guys made sure it was nice and safe. They used their ingenuity and all the skills that they have to be able to avoid anaesthetic transfer, which is fantastic. And while the guys were busy doing that, Amanda was on the truck, keeping the girls on the truck cool while they waited for their turn to come off. She managed to give them lots of showers and baths, and some of them really liked the water, but some of them not so much of a fan.
They are quite small and young bear. Chili and Saffron took yogurt very well, while Theo and Gung are more nervous, but they still like yogurt and jam, so we can check on them.
They were very interested and motivated by the treats that we had, which was a delicious mixture of yogurt, jam and condensed milk. They also really enjoyed the browse, so we gave them banana leaves and they immediately started pulling them in and gnawing on them and starting that innate nest building behaviour that they might not have been exposed to before. So it was really exciting. It was really sweet to see Theo and Gung take comfort from each other as they arrived. They sort of stood up and greeted each other and vocalised to each other. And then they seemed to relax into eating and playing with their browse.
Theo lost some fur around her eye. Gung fur is not good, but she also lost some fur on her body, and yeah, we need to closely monitoring on her.
So this is the start of a 30-day quarantine period for Chili, Saffron, Theo and Gung. We're really excited to see them blossom and get to know them, and we really want to thank you for being on their journey. Thank you for all your support and everything that you do, and any donations that you can make to help these four bears as they begin their hopefully long sanctuary lives would be much appreciated. Thanks.
We will make plans for their heritage to be sure that they have new healthy life.